Hey everybody, welcome to the Infinite Respawn podcast. I'm Chicken.
I'm Oak Tree.
I'm Grif.
I'm Baka.
What's up, everybody?
How are y'all?
How's it going?
It's going.
What games have you been playing this week?
Oh, I see what you did there. I see what you did
We are
there.
done with that shit.
You know what? You're gonna have to.
No more your shenanigans.
You're gonna have to remember that for the rest of the lifetime of this show, because if you ever forget, I am going to jump on the opportunity like a hawk. Oh, speaking of being jumped on like a hawk, I was playing Darklight earlier. And
did you enjoy it?
Yes, it is a lot like Ark, except it's in medieval setting. So, you know, fantasy creatures and whatnot. I was dehydrating, so I ran down to the water, and I jumped into the ocean and started drinking water. And over to my far right, there's a fucking Grim Reaper-looking sumbitch with a giant scythe. Hunting fish or something? I don't know. He's, like, swinging in the water. I'm like... I'm gonna go this way. I don't want to fuck with that guy.
Like, you don't get to question how the Grim Reaper catches dinner, okay?
Man.
Just be happy it's not you.
Maybe it was that fish's time, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe. All I see was just over there, like, swinging the damn water. I'm like, I'm gonna go over elsewhere.
He needs to improve his aim then if he's having to swing that much to get a fish.
Yeah. But the beginning, I did the whole... It has a tutorial and whatnot, teaches you how to make stuff. And I was ready to build a house, so I started going... I followed a river, but it was too shallow for me to drink out of. So I started following it further down, and I come across a wolf eating something, and I'm like, the fuck? The fuck is that? So I kind of like scoot around it, and as I come to this cliffside, a fucking giant spider comes flying down the cliffside and goes to attack me, and I just jump out of my shoes and I fucking run up the cliffside and start scurrying away. Like, oh my god, there's too much shit here to deal with.
Run away! Run away! I heard it's brutal. Like, is it to where, like, because I feel like in Ark they gave you a little bit of a chance if you were smart enough to
Well, I mean, so far he's told us a story of like a 30-minute span, and he's already been like almost dead twice. Three times.
It's about 5 times, because at night, like I was in my inventory, and some skeleton dude just came up and started wailing on me. And I was like, ah!
He's like in his backpack, kill him.
I don't got nothing, so I ran to the guards, and they took him out for me.
I watched Co Carnage. He's playing it as well, and he's got like a server for his group or whatever. And he's changed some of the settings for that server to kind of help them all be able to build up and do what they got to do. But evidently, it might be the wolves that you're supposed, like, they're so fast you have to stay away from them.
Hey, that one was eating, so it didn't bother me. I didn't bother him. I just let him go. But I found I was dehydrating. I was about to die, and I found this like little lake kind of thing where it goes into a waterfall. And I was like, oh, this is a very nice place. And on the far side of it, you could see a treant walking around. And I was like, I wonder if he's friendly. I'm gonna stay over here for now. Maybe check him out later. So I started building up. I got my floors down. And I was telling Grif, this scared me, like scared the shit out of me.
You got scared? That's surprising.
I jumped because I was like, all right, let's put the floor down. All right, I should start making this. And out of fucking nowhere, a giant griffin just slammed down on top of me, hit me and hit the house. And it flew up and started flying around and chasing me. And I was like, oh my god, I can't kill this thing. I ran into a herd of... They're called long tusks. They kind of look like triceratops and rhinos. I ran into a herd of them and just started running around them. And the bird eventually picked a fight with them, and I ran back to my house and just watched. They eventually killed it, and I ran over there and harvested it and ran back to my house. Oh,
I do like that you can tame bunnies.
They're like jackalopes or something.
Yeah, but you can tame bunnies. They had just ran ones around. And I was like, can you get a bunny army? Like, is this like the dodos from...
Oh, yeah, the dodos. Yes.
An army of dodos. Go get them!
Just wondering. That's awesome, though.
Yeah, I haven't played too much of it. I built the little shack, and I've kind of started stabilizing in this area. I have giant meese, whatever the fuck you want to call them.
Now, you on a private server, or what do you...
Yeah, I'm single player, just learning the pace of it.
Like, I didn't know if there was a PvE and then there's also a PvP or what.
There are different kinds. There are also hardcore servers where if you die, you die. That's it. GG. You're over.
I think
I'd be worried
about the PvP servers being too much like Ark.
Yeah.
It's like, we're gonna make you run through a maze with griffins.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Oh, here's a giant spider. We're purposely gonna drop on your head.
Oh god. Oh, but so far it's a lot of fun. It's very early access, but I got it as a gift, so I'm definitely trying it out and playing it. I enjoy it. It's different arc style, but other than that, I've been playing Final Fantasy 15. Slowly working my way through the game. Trying to go through the game and do a little stuff on the side.
You had a salty griffin experience in that one too. Let me bring up your pain.
Okay. So, my characters are like 20, 24, 25, somewhere in that range. And I just finished with the quest. And I go to leave from the little area, and I come out into the open. And there's a fucking giant-ass griffin flying around. And I'm like, ooh, because it's a rare boss spawn in the world. And I'm like, I bet I could take that down. And it's level 56. And I'm 24, and I'm like, this is gonna be a fight. So I spent about 25 minutes fighting this damn thing. Oh man, it was intense. And I finally beat it, and as I'm running away, my game locks up.
Oh no.
That is the worst.
Game locks up,
God.
and I'm like, is it gonna... Nothing. And I had to restart my Xbox. And I come back before I fought the griffin, and I run back out to where I fought him, and he's not there.
Because it was a random encounter.
Oh, I was so pissed. Oh my god.
He came in here and tell me about it, but I was having my own struggles at the time, and I was like, look, I know how that feels, and it sucks, but this also sucks, trust me.
It's a bitch.
It's been a long time since I've been in the middle of a game and just finished something that was pretty awesome, and then that shit happens to me. But that's brutal, bro.
Yeah. It was
because that's a hell of a difference in point. I mean, in your levels too.
Because the super strong creatures are usually about double your level. I've come across a snake that was 52, and I was 20, and I decided not to fight him. I've come across other things that were not as double my level, but pretty far up. And to fight them, it takes a lot of strategy and whatnot. But I got so much experience and good items from him, and I lost it all.
Oh, that sucks so bad.
Yeah, I was quite salty after that.
I'm sure.
Poor chicken.
I've also been playing Splatoon 2. Played a little bit with Baka. I really dislike their party system. I need to go to Nintendo and kind of give them a nice little backhand.
What I was reading up on is they let you group up with a friend, but only during certain times.
Yeah, that's the salmon run. That's that whole thing. It's
Wait,
different.
so you can't actually do things as a group?
You can, but you're not guaranteed to be on the same team the whole time.
Yeah,
but that's okay. I
kept getting put on the opposite teams a lot.
I like to slap
I know
Baka
how
around
that
a little
feels.
bit.
That happened to us all the time when it was me and Chicken and Red queuing up for Halo 3 stuff. Yeah. And for some reason, I always ended up on the other motherfucking team. You were in a party and everything. I don't understand. I also don't understand why it was always me.
They were just trying to single you out because you're a girl.
Average ratings kind of thing. And my last game that I've been playing this week, Fortnite. We streamed.
Are you enjoying it? Because I've heard kind of mediocre reviews on it.
We streamed it yesterday. So the video is up on my channel. You could look at it.
Yeah, we were testing stuff out.
Yep. I like it. I find it really fun. It's the kind of gameplay and play style that I enjoy, where you get your main little your storm shield area, which is your main hub. And by the way, Grif, I put my first defender up, and you got to give her a weapon and give them ammo, and they'll just walk around your base. Basically, when things happen,
I have to give them my stuff.
You can just craft shitty weapons and give them one. That's what I did. I was like, here, shitty assault rifle, here you go. And then
I don't know. I got 3 legendary schematics right out of the gate and a few legendary defenders, so I'll just probably craft them a legendary weapon, put one on my legendary hero, and let them stand around. Look at the salt all over Chicken's face.
Right.
Look at that.
Chicken's having a lot of salt intake this week.
No shit.
Chicken's starting to feel more like the ocean.
Yeah. So the way the loot system works is you get loot llamas. They're like loot chests and blah 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 in every game.
So cute.
Yeah, Grif loves them.
Did you say loot llamas?
Loot
Yeah, they're
llamas.
little llama pinatas. They look like
And they
kind
look
of like
terrified
from
when
the
you go to
Emperor's New
whack 'em.
Groove. They look
Yeah,
like that.
their eyes like shrink up, and they're like, "Oh no."
Don't hit me.
But every once in a while, in a rare occurrence, you'll hit one, and it won't shatter. It'll sparkle and turn silver, and it's got like a gold tooth and everything. And then if you hit it again, it'll sometimes sparkle one more time and turn gold, which means
And it has a little top hat.
yeah, which it means it turned into a super rare llama.
Does the tooth go away, or does it?
Yeah, it goes away.
Yeah. He's
Oh, so
more
you- so you're
dignified. I think he
exchanging
gets a
the
mustache.
Yeah, he gets a little mustache. Oh, she got
Llama-stache.
2 of them in a row. 2 of gold llamas in a row. And she got like 6 legendaries out of it. I think I've only gotten 1 legendary out of all the llamas that I've busted open. 4 silver llamas out of all of them I busted, and 1 legendary. And her over there, fucking, salty.
Yeah, I was like, I'll just break, because they give you like so many llamas right out of the gate. I was like, I'll just go ahead and open them all. And Chicken's like, I'll just stand here and watch. It's like opening loot boxes in Overwatch, only it's pinatas. And I hit it and it turned silver. And I was like, is that supposed to happen? He's like, oh my god, that's awesome. Hit it. It's going to have lots of good stuff. I hit it again. It turned gold. And he's like, you bitch.
And then she did it on the same, like the next one. It's like, oh my god, it turned silver again. And then she hit it again. I was like, are you fucking serious? What? Biggest bullshit ever.
She is the llama queen. That is her.
I thought Fortnite was fun though. Any game that will let me destroy literally everything is fine by me. I went into the house by taking down a wall in one area that we were in, and I was like, I'm gonna take down the floor to see what's to see what the ground looks like underneath. I was curious how that worked, and I did it. And then there was a room down there, and I was like, hey, this house has a basement, surprise!
The fully destructible worlds, like it's a kind of open world, and everything is destructible. Everything. Everything.
And it's just for all your crafting and everything else.
All
So
your
how
crafting,
how does the combat part and all that stuff work?
It's very, very simple. I mean, you got your guns and you got your melee weapons. They're randomly spawning zombies around the town, and
Some of them are sleeping. You can sneak up on them. They're going zee. So cute.
How'd that go again?
Yeah, you saw it.
But yes, it's really neat like that. You can find survivors, and you can find other materials and equipment and things like that. To save survivors, you gotta like hold out and defend them until the zombies go away, and then you go and do your main objective and whatnot. Build up a little base around
We
it.
got stuck looking for one of those survivors yesterday, though. Like, you hear them, they're like, oh, help me, somebody help me. And so you're trying to find them based on, like, hearing them and figuring out the location. There was one dude that we just could not find forever.
Yep, he was up in a house in a room.
Motherfucker was hiding.
Yeah.
He's like, help me, but I'm not going to let you know where I'm actually at. Just help me from there.
Help me, help
Well, I
me.
mean, there's zombies everywhere. Do you want them to find out where you're at?
Yeah,
mean, you're already
but zombies
screaming.
don't really understand English, do they?
Well, no, probably not, because your
Yeah.
brains are all gross.
Yeah, so I mean, you could.
Well, I
just
mean,
be
I don't
like,
know.
"Here
They
I
understand
am."
the concept of taking a nap.
They just get
Maybe
bored.
that's not something they understand, it just happens. They all just get tired, especially in
I mean-
little groups.
All animals take like naps, so I'm assuming that.
Yeah, but these ones are dead. I mean, it's not like they really need a nap.
Fair enough.
You don't know. Maybe being dead is really tiring work, okay?
I know, right?
Can be.
But the game is a lot
I mean,
of
look
fun.
at all the normal dead people. They're just constantly sleeping.
Yeah.
These guys at least are motivated enough to wake up and shamble around a little.
And try to eat people.
I don't think they eat people. They just kind of slap things.
Too
But
funny.
it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. It's got a little
Yeah,
bit
have
of
fun.
everything. So
I gotta get a better handle on how the crafting thing, like how to set stuff up. Like there was one piece where we were supposed to build a tower, and I made the shape it wanted, but I couldn't get it to go in the right place. And Chicken's like, oh, you have to jump to do it. Like he finally had to jump and stick it up there because we had already built the base or something like that. And I was like, this is weird.
yeah, it was.
That seems like bad planning on their part.
Yeah, it was still in early access. But as Grif even said, and I had this thought without telling her, for an early access game, this game feels like very surprisingly polished and almost like fully done. Like there just seems to be a couple of bugs, if that, and maybe a couple of systems they want to flesh out. But other than that, the game is done.
Yeah. I have a feeling, because it's made by a AAA company, I think AAA companies that do early access are essentially, like, actually just letting you play the game early.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how much testing and whatnot they're still doing.
Yeah.
I get the idea behind
There's-
indie games being in early access so they can test, and you're essentially paying to beta test and whatnot, but I think with that one, it's more like you're actually just paying to get it early.
Yeah, Founders Pack.
Yeah. To get all the...
Well, I
preview.
mean, even then, like, releasing it to the public like that, there's going to be people who are going to be doing stupid things in it, so they may end up finding certain bugs that maybe not, or would not have been found out until, like, later on, like, well, after it's released.
Yep. I mean, it even has a nice little matchmaking system, too. Like, if you open up your party to be, you know, social, basically, whenever you pick a mission to do, it'll just throw you in with a few other people, and it works surprisingly well. Everybody just kind of spreads out and does their own thing, gathers materials and whatnot, and the map constantly keeps you updated with what everybody else is doing. Like, oh, so-and-so has found the objective. It's over here, and then it kind of blips it on the map so you know where to go. Or I don't know, it just seems to work and flow really well together. Even with other people not being able to communicate with each other. One person takes
Right.
over building, and then everybody kind of sets up traps and things like that.
It looks like it's considered already released. Like, I'm looking it up now. July 25th, so Tuesday.
Yep.
That's...
So
yeah, I don't know how it's working, because it still says early access all over everything for it.
Yeah.
that's weird.
Very weird. But
Very weird. Yeah, because it just says initial release date, and then if you look it up, that's the date that pops up too. So that's weird.
And that's when it came out, and I know a lot of people were playing it, like, on Twitch and everything, but...
Mm-hmm.
oh wow. It's
What?
going to be a full free-to-play release expected in 2018.
So you really
So
are
you just-
paying to play it early.
Yes, you're basically paying
Oh,
for
that's why
early
that's
access.
Founders Pack, because you're
Yes.
like kickstarting it ish.
Yeah, and you're getting all of the bonus stuff and everything. And Grif said something about people complaining about how the llamas work and, you know, RNG with the packs or paying for power or whatnot. But it's a co-op game. I mean, you're not buying power to beat other people. You're buying llamas to make yourself stronger. I mean, you don't even have to play with other people.
So it's like we used to type in cheat codes, like back in the day, like with the original Doom.
I
and
wouldn't
stuff
say it's
that.
like cheat codes or anything. It's not like that level of power, because it's still going to be reliant on you being able to play the game and everything. It's not just like you don't die or anything like that.
It's not like
But
God
I
mode.
guess you get access to like the
Schematics.
legendary weapons and things that I've already got.
Yeah, like look at the RNG difference between me and her. Like, I got a lot more llamas than she did, but her llamas gave her a lot better schematics. I don't even have a legendary schematic. Hell, I think I've got like maybe a rare schematic.
I've got like 3.
No, I've got one epic.
All I'm
schematic.
hearing is salt, 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 salt.
Salty. But I mean, I'm not that mad. I mean, she got some cool stuff. That's all good. She can give me some of the weapons too. I mean, the cool thing is you can drop shit for people. You can share whatever you have. If somebody runs out of something, you make it and drop it for them. So
I didn't know that.
yeah, I mean, it's
That's
really,
part of the advanced tutorial I haven't gotten to yet.
But I mean, it's pretty neat. I mean, you just give shit to people. You have legendary stuff. That's fine. Make one, and then they give it to you. Boom.
I like building, so I'm probably going to play it at some point by myself. Like, just run around and start building my base, and then be like, everybody come look at Griftopia, because you get to name your base, and that's
Yeah, her place is named Griftopia, and mine is the
Best
chicken
be.
coop.
The chicken
Yeah.
coop, yes.
The chicken coop.
Baka said he was going to call his the pickle jar.
The pickle jar. You got to make it look like a jar too. You gotta, like,
Can you make the things round in it, or do they just come out square?
Oh yes, you can make them round.
Okay, then it's just going to be like a giant, like, tower. Circle tower.
It was a little skinny on top. Can you paint it so make it kind of like white, like a
I don't
jar?
know.
I don't know if you could paint it.
You can use different materials, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Just have green stripes.
Yeah, well, the low-end traps are green. They're green spike traps.
Yes.
So
Oh,
yeah,
there you go.
like very scary pickles.
The pickles.
That's a spicy
Will
pickle.
impale you.
Spicy pickle. Oh, too funny.
I'm still playing Mass Effect Andromeda, and that's been interesting. I'm trying to put my finger on exactly what, like, I was talking to Chicken about it, and I was like, it's missing something. but I can't put my finger on what it is. And I know, like, I know what some of my major gripes and complaints are. Like, some of your squad mates have one thing, like, they're very one-note characters, where it's like, this is what's important to me, and I will constantly talk about it. Like, one of my ladies, who we all, between Chicken and I, we have nicknames for all of them, because he's not playing it, so he identifies them by what they look like. So, Cora, the lady that you start with, we call her Skrillex hair, because she's got the one side shaved and one side kind of long.
Yeah, that's the Skrillex chick.
She's a human. She was supposed to be next in line for the human Pathfinder, and I ended up getting that position through crazy shit at the start of the game. And so she's been kind of, not necessarily resentful about that, but she mentions it a lot, where she's like, oh, you know, I was training for that job, but it's okay, you're doing fine, Ryder. And I'm like, I fucking know I am, thank you. But as soon as she found out that the Asari arc might have survived, she's like, oh, I used to work with the Asari Huntresses, and we need to go find the Asari Pathfinder, because she's going to be able to have a plan and know what she's doing and make everything work right. And I'm like, bitch, ain't that what I am doing right now? Jesus. And she will not stop talking about it. I will not take Cora places, because I can't, I'm like, I'm done hearing you talk about the Asari lady. I get it. You want to find her, and we will. I've already told you that. But Jesus, shut up.
It's funny.
Just, a lot of them get that one thing that defines their character, and that's all they can talk about. Like, I like Vetra. She's your Turian lady that goes with you. She talks about her sister nonstop. Her sister's name's Sid, and I have heard fucking enough about Sid. It's like, I love you, Vetra, because you're awesome. But Jesus, your sister, we get it. So I usually carry around Joel, which is the new race, the Angaran guy, which Chicken and I call Bubblegum Boy. Yeah, because he looks like chewed bubblegum. They all do. But he's neat because he's learning about everybody, like learning about all of our races that we already know about, and it's neat to kind of see that perspective. Like, Drac told him a joke, and Drac's a Krogan. He told him some joke that was based on, the punchline was based on an Elcor, and the fact that they always say how they're feeling before they say anything. Like, regretfully, I'm sorry, you know, things like that. And Joel's like, I have no idea what that means, and I'm gonna assume it probably wouldn't help for you to explain it. I'm like, no, Joel, that's adorable. So it's got nice charm in the characters, but there's not enough of it, and it gets overridden too easily by the annoying ones. I get it, shut up. And as Chicken found out earlier today, he's trying to help me with a vault. They repeat themselves a lot when they're trying to tell you something.
Was it that robot that was talking to me?
Sam? Yeah.
Like, that makes me just want to punch myself in the head and tell myself to shut up. It's like, shut up.
Well, you're the one that, okay, Ryder was like, oh, we can't, this way's blocked. And Sam would be like, a terminal in this room will help. And they just kept saying it every time you walked past one area.
Punching myself in the face until I shut up.
It's like, I get it. Every time you go to find the monoliths, the remnant monoliths, you have to find, like, basically turn on your scanner and follow it until you can find the missing pictures so that you can complete a puzzle. And it's like, I'm on my 30th one of these, and you still walk up to it, and they're like, oh, you should activate your scanner and see if you can find the things. Maybe I'll find something on the oh my god, I know! We've done this, thank you.
I got this, shut the hell up!
It's got nice charm to it, and the story is okay. Except for they made some choices, I guess. Chicken and I had to go look up when this is supposed to take place as far as the timeline goes, because obviously they left Earth like 600 and something years ago. But it's like, so is that before or after the Reapers of Mass Effect 3? When did this happen? Because we're talking about the genophage still, which is, you know, the Krogan issue and all of this stuff. So it's like, where in the original trilogy is this happening? Are we making choices canon here because of the genophage thing? And so it's weird. But apparently it's supposed to happen, like, they left Earth right after Mass Effect 2.
Yep.
So, which is weird. I guess they did that so that the writers didn't have to worry about stepping on your toes with choices you made in Mass Effect 3.
No, they just made it so that they could nullify all choices from Mass Effect 3. Like, they didn't want to have to try and explain any of the stuff. Or try, because Mass Effect 3 is where your choices seriously came in play. So they're like, fuck
Up
that.
until the end, anyways. But.
Yeah, they're like, fuck that. I ain't even worried about it. They don't even know about Mass Effect 3.
Move along.
Pretty much.
And that also, I guess, explains, because I had a major problem up until we found that out. I was like, how is it that nobody here is making any sort of correlations between, like, these people and the Reapers or the Collectors or any of this other shit? And why are we not mentioning the great hero Shepard? Why is Shepard not in any of our literature stuff, like all our Hall of Heroes and all that junk? What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, I know, right? You think that Shepard would be, like, the pinnacle of hero of our fucking universe.
Finally, Chicken's like, well, if it was after Mass Effect 2, maybe it's because Shepard was still a Spectre and all of that stuff was kind of hush-hush and it wasn't general knowledge, so maybe people don't look at them as huge heroes yet.
Yeah, because he wasn't... After Mass Effect, he wasn't, like, praised as this, like, super god. He's like, oh, this is really, like, you know, really awesome human. Mass Effect 2, it's like, oh, okay, I've heard rumors about this guy. And then Mass Effect 3, it's like, all hail Shepard. All hail Shepard, but that doesn't happen, so. So they just skipped over that whole thing.
So the gameplay is okay. It's kinda, but
similar gameplay, or
it's
Yeah.
some yes, some no. I mean, it's a third person shooter with some power stuff. If you want to have powers, I guess. Which is another thing that makes one of the characters, same lady Cora, Skrillex hair, one note. Oh, I'm a biotic. You don't understand what it, bitch. I am a biotic. What do you mean you don't understand? Don't talk to me. Do you not see the powers coming out of my hands right now?
do you not see the powers coming out of my hands?
I will slap you with this power. You see this? I will slap you with it.
I will fucking shockwave you, and then you can talk to me about being a biotic and not understanding.
You think that they would have put that in? Okay, if this person chooses to be a biotic, then it changes to, well, you understand. You're just like me,
yes,
right?
There should be multiple options.
Oh, that's way too complicated for the C team. I mean, those guys had no idea what they were getting into.
I do wonder, though, there was one thing that I do wonder about that, because it's got to have a different response if you're playing a female writer, because I'm playing male writer, and I was doing a side quest for somebody named Reyes, and who was very charming. I like his character a lot, and I wish he was part of my squad instead of just off on the world. But, whatever. And I did a quest for him, and I kind of flirted with him a little, because I like my dude to be relatively flirty with a lot of people. It's just how I roll, I guess. But he sent me an email, because we had found out that I was chasing down his ex-girlfriend, and I didn't know that's who she was, and he's like, no, that's, we had drinks together, I wasn't my girlfriend. I was like, you don't have to justify it, I don't care, it's fine. It's like, but I get an email later that he's like, I just want you to know that I have better taste in men than women, and I was like, it was kind of one of those, like, let me slide into your DM kind of responses, and I was like, so how does this play out if it's a female writer? Do you just say I have better taste in women than that?
Yeah, probably.
Like, I want to know what the smooth response is on the other side.
Or he just says the same thing, and
probably just says the same
you
thing,
can romance
and then you
him
just
as-
confuse the player. What?
yeah, exactly.
You
Confused
can
the
romance him
player.
as female writer too. So I mean, like, he's gotta.
Yeah, but that's a small detail that they probably didn't look into. They're like, just same thing either way, and then you're like, what? Hello?
Yeah.
Or I have better taste in
'Cause if
men
you're-
than women, so are you saying you lean more that way? Like,
Well, I mean, if you're a female writer and you're trying to hit him up, and he sends you that email, you're like, so is that a no?
I'd like walk up to. Does this mean
am I
no?
ugly?
What?
Like, you'd have some self-conscious part of that.
I got straight up propositioned by PB, one of the other ones that I just really can't stand too, which is weird.
She's the
Weird.
one with
She's
the
like-
black stripe across her face.
Yeah, the Asari with the black stripe. She's like, hey, it just seems like you're not getting any of my hints, so I just wanted to know if you wanted to hook up. And I was like, thank you for making this totally not awkward, since we are part of a small space crew, and you are constantly on my ship. Thank you for making this not weird for me, PB.
They're
no, I'm not
Asari, though,
interested.
so their relationships are a lot different than
Yep.
normal. I mean, they're...
But still, she's like, you're not picking up on any of my hints. Yeah, I know, I'm not picking up on any of your hints for a reason. I'm not interested.
Sorry, some people are dense and just are like, oh, you mean, I'm sorry, just...
Guilty.
Yeah, like this guy over here, this guy is about as dense as they come. He's like, why are you naked? Oh, does this mean you want to go skinny
Why do
dipping or
you
something?
have those little air things and the little runway going? What the hell is this?
What does that mean exactly? Get a giant billboard and be like, you see that? You see that? Can you read? Do you need to get up there
Well,
and
it
read
was weird for me, I guess. It just was like, I was like, whoa, okay. Please no. I'm not interested, thank you. Now I have to go and continue on our long space journey together with the knowledge that you want to just hit me up for space sex. Whatever. And my escape pod at that. People need to use this in emergency.
Oh god. Lord. Well, I played some PUBG, and ended up in third place on one of them. I was very excited about that. Yes, by myself. But also, last Sunday we were supposed to play Deceit, and that fell through. Thanks, Fred. And so we ended up playing. It was No Pants played with us, right? So it was
just us three playing Vermintide.
Well, we played Vermintide, but we played some PUBG too.
Oh yes. Before.
Yeah.
Before.
Before.
No Pants had to go
because
to
No
bed.
Pants had to leave. He had to go to work the next day. So.
Yeah, he had a 4 a.m. shift.
Which we found out real quick. Do not separate in squads.
Yeah, we learned that a lot last night. Like, oh my god.
Like, well, I'm gonna just go ahead and go off over here. No, get back here. For the love of God, stop separating.
Yeah. Well, and it was like there's a part in PUBG where you've got the ruins, and right next to it's a water town, and I believe Baka landed in the water town, and I landed in the ruins, and then No Pants and Chicken landed somewhere else, and we were all trying to get to them.
Yeah, they landed to the south of us. Our initial spot where we were going to land was the water town.
Right.
I landed there. You decided you were going to go off onto the ruins because you're like, okay, screw it, I'm going to go check out over here. They didn't quite make it, so they ended up being south of us.
Yeah, which was funny from our standpoint because we had to sit there and listen to him. There's a guy. What? I'm gonna. What? And one of them goes down. But Chicken, I think Chicken was the last survivor twice with our group, and one of them he was hiding inside of a rock, and we're all barking. The guy's over here. He's over here. And I'm like, I'm right here, dude. I'm telling you, it's the right side.
Yeah, I can't hear out of this side, so it's like, where? Where's it at? Oh my god.
So we're doing that. Then when he left, we played some Vermintide, which a lot of rats died that day. It was fantastic.
Yes.
I enjoyed that. So we played that, and then I played some Splatoon 2. I've been playing that as well. I'm been playing like by myself, going into the matchmaking thing, and it's just awkward. Like you go in, and I feel like there needs to be almost a setup kind of like Overwatch where you can see what people are choosing to how they were wanting to play, so you can choose how you want to do things, because you have, some people are going to pick the little roller gun, some people are going to pick the sniper looking gun, some people are going to pick whatever, but if everybody chooses certain ones, it just kind of it's interesting on how it's done. But I'm enjoying the gameplay. Like, it's fun. It's just brainless. You just go in and paint things, but
paint and shoot other people, shoot other squids.
Yeah. So it was fun. I enjoy that as well.
I got me the weapon that's like a paintball gun, and I just go around because it builds up the ultimate really quickly, and then as soon as it's up, I just throw out the little slidey blowing up grenade things.
Oh, I like that thing. That thing's cool.
Sliding, blowing up grenade.
I can't remember what they're called.
I like it.
We're
gonna call it a slide
I don't
mine
remember
because that's what it
exactly
sounds like.
either, but
Shit.
But they just like slide across the floor, and as they're sliding, they leave a trail of paint, and then after a few seconds, they blow up. And so if you like slide them all over into someone's direction, like especially if they're off in a corner, it just surrounds them, and then it's explosions, and they die.
And paint goes everywhere. It's great.
Yep, and it covers up the map pretty well.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's fun.
Since he talked about PUBG, I had one story. I lost my chicken dinner.
What?
Oh, I thought you were gonna tell a different story.
No, the other one. Yeah, we got plenty of PUBG, but I'll tell these two because it's already almost 40 minutes into the show. We haven't talked about any of the news.
I was trying to keep mine short. Just saying.
I was playing solo, and I killed quite a few people. I started off on the other side of the military island, and I searched through a couple of houses, got some pretty decent stuff. I found a vector and a red dot, and that's just about it. I was thinking about going to explore more houses, but I found a boat on the shore, and I was like, all right. So I took it and just went across the river and then popped up over there. I heard gunfire at this small little housing area, so I got in one of the houses and hid real quick, and I saw these two dudes fucking having a shootout, and I'm just
You're like, I don't want any part of that.
Biding my time, and he kills off the other dude and sits behind his vehicle for some reason, and I peek out of the window and go, pop, 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 kill him. And I was like, hell yeah. So I go over there, he's got like a fucking SKS or an M16 or something like that, and a good scope, like an 8x scope on it. So I fucking take all that, start moving. It was a 4x scope. We start moving towards the circle, and it gets small, and I'm kind of hiding behind trees right at the edge, and people are just dying like flies. 9, 8, 7, 6. Oh shit! Is this my time? Is this my time? 5.
I'm thinking the
4,
same thing when mine was happening.
3. Oh shit! Is this my time? 2. Oh my god! This is just me and this other dude, and I peek around the left side of this tree, and he's up there behind a rock, and I see him, and he sees me. He shoots, it whizzes past, and I shoot him, and I nick him, and he shoots back and hits me, and I lay down, first aid, and I peek out of the right side of the tree, and I see him, and I pop him in the shoulder. You see blood, and then I hear gunfire, pops me in the head, and I die.
Oh man!
Should have grabbed a level 3.
At least it was an epic battle though, like right there at the end.
Yeah.
Because like with mine, for that third, I was hiding behind a tree, and I saw a guy running up the hill, and I'd already popped him 3 times behind the tree, and the other guy's the one that got me.
Oh.
Because the other dude was healing, and so he got me. But like, so good.
You could ask her if she was playing games. She saw as soon as I died, I fucking jumped out of my chair and just threw it back, and I got so mad. Oh my god, second place.
Exit lobby, play
so
again.
Close.
I sat like fucking 10 minutes looking at that number 2. Number
Like,
2
no.
is the first to lose. Or the first to something like that, I don't know.
Yeah, it's technically not the first to lose. That would be number whatever.
Oh, it's the last
max
to
is.
lose.
Oh, the last to lose? Well, I mean, at least you're the last, right?
Yeah. I want to win, though. I want to win.
One day.
One day.
So close.
One day you'll
so
get it.
close. Oh. And then
Maybe we
Grif,
should do like some of the people we're doing in my game and just both of us solo queue at the same time, try to get in the same game, and then work together as a freaking team.
why don't we just do duos then?
Because the other way is everyone's expecting to work by themselves. But no, I had like when I played it this week, yesterday I had several games where like people were obviously teaming up, like they were doing tactical together, like around a house to go scope it around. One of them, the games, one dude was driving, another dude was just hanging out the car window and popping at people.
Oh wow!
And then another one, I went into a building, opened up the door, and there was a dude laying down and watching, like out in the distance. So I went up and started shooting him, and there was another dude that I didn't see because they were kind of behind the door. When it opened up, that shot me and killed me. They're both sitting up on the roof killing people.
Damn.
And I was like, this is solos, damn it!
No, not enough solos.
Screw what you thought.
They gotta get those.
Yep.
They gotta get their stats up, man.
Exactly.
I mean, that's essentially, I guess, what they're doing. Either that or, like, they're hoping to get to the end together, and then they just duke it out themselves.
Right.
Yep. My other story is I just straight up murdered Red last night. Like, just straight up murdered his ass.
Okay, here's the deal. That happened, and Chicken is explaining to Baka and No Pants and Red, I didn't see your name, man. I swear I didn't even see. He had not said a name, and I'm listening to all of this, like, as basically a third party, because I'm not in their chat or anything. So I know he's killed somebody, and I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, my money's on the fact that it was Red. I bet he killed Red. And, like, he keeps talking, and eventually he's like, I swear, Red, I didn't even see your name. I was like, bam.
Uh-oh. Do we lose her? Oh, there she is.
Hello?
Nope, it lagged out.
Yeah.
What?
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
It lagged out. It just froze for some reason.
Well, that's weird.
Yes.
But yeah, I called it. I was like, yeah, I bet it's Red.
Yeah. Man, I
And it
opened
was.
up the door and, like, the door was closed. Red's not known for closing doors. So I opened the door and there's this dude crawling around the ground. Like, it's like on that little partial roof where the sides are up a little bit and there's nobody around. So I was like, all right, what the hell is this dude's hiding and whatnot. I was like, all right, cool, I'm going to shoot him. And so I sneak up behind him and No Pants is like, shoot him in the ass. I'm like, hell yeah. And I just unload on him and he dies. And he's like, why the fuck did you do that? I was like, why? He was just right there. And he's like, that was me. What? What? There was no name or nothing. It was just some dude crawling around the ground, and I just fucking lit him up. That's okay, though. I sacrificed him, and we got third place.
So all I'm getting out of this is Red died from taking it in the ass. Is that what you're telling me right now?
He died from chicken unloading into his ass.
Okay, just checking.
And we're done here.
All right, moving on. But yeah, we got third place in that match, so at least Red's sacrifice was worth it.
For you, not him.
It was a team thing. We
Yeah,
all got points.
you get to stay on the line. You still help your team.
Yeah. So it was worth
Especially since, Chicken can't hear out of one ear. A lot of us are like, no, it's coming from your right.
it. Yeah, if I don't hear it, they do. I know which side it's on. So.
And the funny thing is, we all know to do it. Right side.
It's coming from the right side. I hear that one. It's coming from the left. Okay. Gives me a better sense of direction. Like if I can hear it really well, it's coming from over here. If I don't hear it at all, it's probably gonna kill me from over here.
It's all right. You just won't know that it's coming.
Exactly.
Hey, to be fair, we didn't help you when you got second place.
Hell yeah.
Right? Solo, huh?
Yeah. It may be a disability, but I've learned how to overcome it.
There you go.
But there's
you guys
lots of other
want
PUBG
to quickly
stories.
talk about some news stuff?
We're not going to get it.
Sure. Do we want to go over the Pokemon Go thing since it's like 3 articles?
Well, I mean,
It can
it's
be all
essentially
summed up as it was shitty.
Yeah, tech issues. People are filing lawsuits against them for basically
what?
refunding their
dumb.
tickets to the event.
It's not the tickets that they're getting.
No, it's
refunded.
the travel.
Yeah,
The
basically,
travel,
there was
sorry,
Pokemon
the
Go
plane
Fest, which was it was in Chicago. It was supposed to be a big thing. They were releasing legendary Pokemon. A bunch of people traveled from cross country. One person said they were all the way from Japan and things like that, and it was shitty. Basically, Niantic didn't set anything up with cell servers or anything like that, and so that many people in one place kind of crashed everybody's network. So they couldn't get into the game, and they couldn't access their internet stuff and all of that. It was really, really awful. The whole thing was just riddled with real-life bugs, essentially.
Yep.
And they apologized about it, tried to make amends by giving people the legendary Pokemon that they were supposed to catch that day anyway, $100 worth of in-game stuff, things like that, and then people got upset and decided that they were going to sue for travel because they had traveled to Chicago for the event and the event did not go the way they wanted. So those are basically all 3 articles summed up really shortly. Do you think they're entitled to money for travel based on the fact that you're going to a live event, which is always not 100% guaranteed to be what you thought it was going to be?
I think with things like that, it's a risk kind of thing.
Well, I mean, I think the fact that they went, hey, we know we had some tech issues, kind of our bad. Here's,
Definitely
here's
our
the Pokemon, here's some extra stuff that, because, I mean, honestly, even if you were at the event, there wasn't going to be a guarantee that you were going to be able to catch a legendary Pokemon. It could have went, oh, look, you threw a Pokeball. I popped out of it and I'm going to run away. Screw you.
Yeah. You were supposed to, I think they were releasing the raids and you were going to catch them as the raid. So I think if you finished the raid, you got the Pokemon. I don't know exactly.
You have a chance of getting a legendary Pokemon spawn, but I mean, you're still not guaranteed to catch it.
Mm.
Well, but even then, I mean, I'm sorry, you're in Chicago. Like, it's not like they said, okay, we're going to stick you in the middle of a hill in Tennessee and we're going to have a Go Fest thing.
You're in Chicago. You're taking a trip to Chicago.
Yeah, you're going, like, there's shit to do.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, now, yes, is it shitty that everything that happened? Yes, but it couldn't have been the worst trip on the planet unless you have absolutely no life outside of Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Like, I do feel bad for the people that brought their kids.
Yeah.
But how many of those were locals, too, that had kids that were there?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Niantic did their part by saying, we're sorry, we fixed a lot of stuff because of that. We gave you free stuff because of the issues on our part that you weren't guaranteed to get to start with, plus, the $100 bonus stuff. So I feel like that pretty much covers it because any live event is not a guaranteed success.
Right. I mean, you could show up to a music festival that fucking rains the whole time you're there. The bands can't play, whatever it happens to be. The festival's not responsible. Yeah, you don't sue the festival for that. That's not their fault that it rained.
Yeah, live events are not guaranteed to go off without a hitch. And you are taking a gamble by going, but you are also paying for the experience of going.
Yep.
I mean, that's just how it is. You can't just be like, I didn't have a good time. It's kind of like being like, I ate my dinner here, but I don't want to pay for it because I didn't like it at a restaurant. That's not how it works. You ate it. It's gone now.
Yep.
So,
There are people
sucks to be those people, but
This is not what I ordered.
there is
eating it.
This was horrible, sir. There's one bite left. Well, it's bad.
There is a video Ollie posted on the forums on our website, where somebody had compiled basically the most cringy moments from the fest, because they streamed it for 2 hours. And some of it's like, oh, you hired that, like the guy that was supposed to be the representative for whichever the blue team is.
It's the blue team, yeah.
Yeah, you're like, oh, he's just an uncomfortable person to see on, like, as soon as he comes on camera after a couple of them, you're like, this is just going to be worse than everything I've already seen. And everything.
Hopefully Team Instinct wasn't that bad.
I don't know, the only one that you really saw in the video was the blue team guy.
Okay, good.
Because he was that awful.
Good. At least it wasn't my team.
Yeah, I don't think the Instinct person was like horrible.
Hell yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Go Team Instinct. But if we're awful, then it's I'm not on a team.
I choose not to affiliate with any of the Pokemon.
Yeah, I don't have Pokemon Go. It's uninstalled somewhere.
So you guys are obviously the PUBg players because you have stories and I don't. I'm not playing. How do you feel about the loot crate system and everything that's going around, like the news that's coming out about it right now?
I don't really. I'm okay when that's released and the whole game is released. If I don't currently have the clothing that I have gotten out of Loot Crate so far, I'm just gonna do what I did in the beginning of the game, and I'm gonna run around naked and just whatever shirt and pants I can find. It's just gonna be a constant mismatch.
Yeah. To me, it doesn't like. I'm not playing the game for the clothes. I don't get that shit. Like when I get in, I have my Twitch outfit that I got for free because I'm a Prime member or whatever. And I have that, and then I'll go in and, if there's a black overcoat, I'm Neo the rest of the damn game, because thanks No Pants for that one. He fucked me up on that one. So anytime I see that, when I immediately get it. But rest of the time, I mean, I'm barefooted and running around because you can't wear the shoes because they're clunky as hell.
The thing is,
we had to yell at Red for that one to take off his shoes.
It's about lying, though. The company said they will not do monetization during early access. There will be none of it. You don't need to worry. We will wait until after full release, and then we will monetize it. Like, that is the plan. Work on the game, make money afterwards.
Right.
They went back on their word, and that's the problem. I don't think you should try to monetize a game in early access. You're testing it, you're betaing it, you're kind of working out the bugs in the system. Go ahead, that's fine. And when you fully release the game, if you want to sell cosmetics, that's fine too. Go ahead. But going back on your word and lying to your consumer base is not a good way to start off a game before it's even fully released.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with that, but I think that they should have, in that particular case, they should have come back and said, okay, guys, we're planning on releasing on such and such. Originally, we weren't going to do the thing until this. So a month in advance or whatever, we're gonna do this, just as part of a promotion or whatever. But the thing that irritates me is the fact that the crates that they're offering, it's one part of an outfit. So if somebody wanted the whole thing, they're gonna have to pay for other crates.
Well, and that's assuming I think it was $10 for an outfit theoretically, because you're spending $2.50 per crate, but that's not including you getting duplicates in your crate. So like you got 2 of the same pair of pants, so you just spent $2.50 on something you already had.
Right.
So, I mean, unless they do it like Overwatch where the duplicates turn into currency that you can use to buy things that you actually want instead. Because I think that's kind of shitty on their part.
Well, there is a credit system that's there that, as you play through, you build up and get, I guess.
But does that apply to duplicates?
They're removing that. They're removing that when the full game is released. You will no longer be allowed to buy crates with in-game currency. Like they're basically.
Yeah, will have to be all money.
Yeah, it's all cosmetic, which is exactly what Baka said. You're gonna have to start the game naked, and find shit in game because you will not be able to get any cosmetic stuff without real money.
Yeah, but you already have the stuff you already have anyway when the game comes out.
Unless they hard reset.
Well,
it's only cosmetic.
Yeah, but why would you do that and already have a partnership with Twitch on one of them?
I mean, you might be able to get your Twitch stuff, but everything else that you've gotten out of crates,
that kind of sucks.
So, I will know.
Yeah, I don't see him doing a hard reset on that.
Just find whatever you can.
Yeah.
I wish they would release a hat that was kind of like Waldo's hat, though.
You want the full outfit? You just want to be Waldo?
Yeah, I just want to like stand out in the middle of the field and go, "Come on, find me."
I like the idea of if they would make it to where I put on a pair of shoes and I could buy the shoes with my currency while I was wearing them, or a shirt, and I was like, I really like this jacket. can I go ahead and buy this? You know, like they just give me an option in the game to go ahead and do it then. So that way I could just start with that.
They have a very similar system in Splatoon. If you see somebody wearing something that you like, you can actually order that item, and it will go into your shop.
Are you serious?
Yes. And then you
didn't know
can buy
that.
that item. Like, I mean, it's like, oh, wow, that's a really nice item. I like that build. I want to buy that item. So you order that item, and it comes to you. And then you can buy it with your coins. I mean, that's a pretty fucking awesome system.
Like, hey, bro, I like your hat.
I want that hat. Or I'm going to order me one of those hats. And you order one of those hats.
Wow.
That's fucking cool.
Yep.
That's
And
funny.
and the thing with Splatoon, like your shoes, your hat, and your shirt, they actually give you some type of ability.
Yeah.
So like you'll run faster, or be able to suck up more ink, or not use as much ink, or whatever.
I am ink resistant.
You're ink resistant.
Yeah.
It's like being bulletproof.
My shoes and shirt and stuff like all have the ink resistant thing.
So you're just harder to kill.
Yeah, I'm more tanky.
Or to ink to death, or whatever it is.
Yep.
Are you slower or anything because of that?
No.
There's
I'm
no
the same
downside.
speed. I'm just.
Huh.
It takes more hits to kill me.
Huh.
One of the... I can see one of the issues popping up later is... you could sell player PUBG stuff on the marketplace.
Oh no, it'll turn into the CS:GO lottery stuff.
Yeah, I mean, basically any of the stuff that you get in crate, like people will just buy outfits in crates, and then they'll put it together and then resell it on the marketplace for like a shitload more. So I mean, it's gonna create a very weird economic in the PUBG market.
Economy.
Yeah, it's...
I just don't like the fact that they're taking away free crates at all. Because, I mean, they're hard enough to get. Like, you and I
Yeah,
were
I
having that
know.
discussion. They keep resetting. Like, because it takes $700 to get the first crate, and I think $1,400 for the second crate. And I've yet to get a second crate.
For the third.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've yet to get a second crate. I was like 1,300 something. It's probably already reset, so I've got to start from scratch again and make my way back up.
Yeah.
Because that number resets.
Yeah, I've gotten two...
I
I got
stopped
the
buying them. Like, I'm
714.
sitting on like almost 5K right now.
Buy it and
God.
sell it. What I do is I buy the crates, and then if I already have it or I don't care for it, I just sell it on the market or sell it on the market and get money, like real money for it, and use that to buy shit on Steam.
So I didn't
Damn.
even know you could do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I got blue jeans and a Waldo shirt, so I'm good.
I get people
I don't
love
care
the
about anything
sunglasses or the utility or the helmets and what. Like I had a gas mask that I sold for like $0.25.
I sold it for $0.25.
That's crazy.
I mean, somebody out there is like, I want a gas mask, and I was like, all right, cool. Here, give me $0.25. Cool. I mean, I didn't lose anything from it, but I made 25 cents from it. So. I mean,
Yeah, that's gonna be weird.
I can guarantee some of those outfits are probably going to go for like 15 or $20. People are going to buy them.
Well, you might have spent less than you would have if you had trying to buy the crates to get them in the first place. So
But people don't want to take
you get it
that
for
risk.
$15. Yeah,
People don't
that's what
want
I'm
to take
saying.
that risk.
It's like that still might have been less because that $2.50 adds up if it keeps duplicating.
Oh,
Yep,
yeah.
and some people have really bad luck when it comes to pulling things.
Yep. It's, like I said, it's going to create a fucking topsy-turvy economy in PUBG.
Well,
Especially
we'll
if you can't
see
get
how it
anything
goes.
in-game.
I feel
Yeah,
like
you
you'd be
can't earn it.
farming.
What?
Like you would be
Right?
farming, like you go through and like right now, go through and just keep playing to get as much coin as you can, and you only have to get so far. You don't even have to get far at all, really. Just enough to get enough credits, and you just keep going into a game to get enough credits to buy a crate in order to get something that you can sell on a market for $0.25.
Yep.
Right.
You continue to do it over and
Hell
over
yeah.
again.
I mean, that's what I do. Like, I have another pair of sunglasses that I'm going to sell on the marketplace. I already have a pair, so fuck it. I'm just going to sell the other one. Make another 10 cents, $0.25.
Fair enough. I just got my sunglasses for the first time. Thanks
Hey. I
for
could
bragging,
probably
you
sell
bastards.
mine,
You
I
got
mean-
2 of them.
I can probably sell mine. I have these steampunk glasses, so
I mean, if you don't use them, sell them. I mean, just use your one outfit, which is why if you can't get anything in game and they reset it, I'm just going to fucking join the games naked. Fuck it! I'm naked! Find shit in game. I don't care. Everything but shoes.
well, it makes your outfit different every time. So
Friday 13th fans are upset because the studio is moving on to working on a new game. They've not left according to them. They have not left working on Friday the 13th in any way. Should people be upset or no?
They updated it. They say that it's not affected at all, but some people know better. When a company starts looking at another game, they're like, we'll just take a couple of you and you and you and you and you, and we'll work on these, and you guys just keep working on that. But I think.
But it is a full release, right? It's already fully.
Yeah, it's full
100%.
release, but people were upset about it because it didn't feel like there was enough content to justify the price tag. I think was the original argument.
Yeah, there needs to be more maps.
The other issue that I've been seeing with a lot, like I've been watching a lot of people play it on Twitch, and a lot of people, especially on the consoles, have an issue where the game likes to constantly crash.
Yep.
Oof.
Yeah, I think they're still working on that. So it definitely still needs work, and I agree with the people that say that there's not enough content for it to be a full release and everything. I do think that it's also worrisome that they have started working heavy on another game, because Chicken's right. They're going to start borrowing people from the team and be like, no, we've still got people on the Friday the 13th team. They're still working on it. We just need to,
We've got those two sitting off in a corner over there working on it.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
And I don't disagree with that. I think also from a gaming standpoint too, when you first release a game, you're going to need more people that are on the clock for that particular game. Yep. But the longer it's out there, maybe they feel as though they can, if they're taking people from that team, that they're doing it in a way to where it doesn't hurt that particular game. I'd be interested to see the next couple updates that come out, and then also, like you were talking about, Grif, and the fact of content, if there's anything offered and brought in. But if it doesn't, then then you just kind of see the writing. Like in the next 3 to 4 months, if you don't see something that's released for the game that's pretty significant,
a big content update.
Yeah, I would think it would be a pretty big issue.
Oh yeah,
at that point,
definitely.
Yeah, or at least an announcement for it. Be like, okay, in another month, like talk about it, do something.
I honestly, I think they should just fix that crashing issue first and foremost before they work on anything else.
Well, that's what I said. That could be a simple update. That's what I'm talking about. Do an update and then do something significant afterwards.
Like, we're going to update this, and then our next plan is this.
Yeah, but they got to make sure that they move it along, because if they stop supporting it, favor will start dying off.
Yes.
Which is sad, because, a lot of people are enjoying that game.
Game is awesome. I mean, everything I've seen, it looks like a lot of fun, but unfortunately, a lot of fun can only get you so far.
And the news that we talked about before we ever got on the air in the first place, which is For Honor is getting dedicated servers.
For 4v4s, right?
No, for all of it.
Okay, for all of it. They want to make a bigger deal about the 4v4s.
They mentioned the 4v4 a lot because a lot of people, I guess, were complaining in the 4v4 department more.
Yeah, well,
that would put more strain too, right?
They want to make it stabler for the 4v4 ranked style that's coming out soon. Social aspect, and I'm sure the three of you can completely agree, in almost every game, social aspect, most companies are like, let them slaughter around in the mud, it's all good, it's just social. But when you get to the ranked and people are putting on serious face, it needs to be solid. Because if shit starts going on, people are much more willing to throw shit at the company if it's ranked than if it's just, playing in the mud.
Right.
So.
Yeah, because if I was playing ranked and then some dude was standing in front of me and lagged out and appeared behind me, I'd be pissed.
Yeah, livid. Like, oh my god, I just lost my rank because of this shit. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking tear somebody apart and things like that. But in normal, it's like, god damn, motherfucking servers.
But Chicken, you've been preaching it. You've been preaching the dedicated servers. Ubisoft listens, man.
Finally, I want a piece of that. I want a piece of that cake right there. I will play it again as soon as the dedicated servers. I will fucking jump back in there. Me and Baka will play some ranked duos, and I prefer solo and duos because nothing that you buy with steel or none of your items or pretty much anything counts towards that. Your base, period. So.
It is all strictly skill based.
Yeah, 100% skill based. No
so
items.
So it's like old school Halo stuff, to where like it's basically based on how the player plays, not
Exactly.
Nothing else changes.
No-
Plus,
no
the
items,
1v1
no
and
talents.
2v2s, the people were a lot more honorable in those fights.
Yep. I can't
Way
tell you.
more honorable.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times in a 2v2 I kill my partner and I just go and stand, or somebody kills me and then he goes over there and stands and watch their 1v1. Like, it's so nice in 1v1s and 2v2s. So much better.
Yeah, and then, if I kill them, then it's like, all right, no, now me and you go at it. Let's go.
Yep. It's like, if I'm going to beat you, I'm going to beat you honorably and whoop your ass. I ain't going to jump in and be a bitch about it.
That would be interesting too if
Fucking
they added
peacekeeper.
something, an element to the game to where you couldn't, like that. Those two people are already engaged, so as another person, you could not go in and damage.
Well, I mean, honestly,
because
though,
the name of the
like-
game is For Honor. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
but a lot of peacekeepers would, throw a hissy fit because that's kind of what they're built for.
Yeah,
Right.
Being a
Is
bitch.
to, run in and while two other people are
But isn't that the
going
one
at it
you
and-
don't like anyway?
Oh,
Yeah.
So just saying.
I hate
If you
the
can't ban the class, change how the gameplay is.
if you can't ban the class, just change the game.
Peacekeepers only allowed in 4v4.
Make a
Yeah,
lot more sense.
I'm glad that the game is going that way. I hate to be like it, but it might be too late for it because
Yeah, it was one. I was gonna ask if you felt like it was a little beyond the
mean-
this is gonna save it kind of thing.
I think this
If
is
they
gonna,
can get it out before the end of the year, it might have a chance.
Yeah, I think if they can, get the shock pedals and pop it, and it works really well, and people are excited, and it gets people interested again, I think there's a chance that it comes back to life. But I also think there's a chance that it does absolutely nothing
And
for the game.
Ubisoft has nothing else going on right now, right?
As
game-wise?
far as I know.
Besides Origin.
Not this year.
Yeah, I mean, if
Assassin's
they,
Creed Origin's the only thing I can think of offhand.
Is it coming out this year, or is it coming out next
thought
year?
so.
I think it comes out in
Yeah.
November.
Is it November?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's this year.
yeah.
I
mean,
feel
that
like
wouldn't-
they're
that
working
wouldn't
on
really
other
affect this.
stuff. I feel like that's not it.
Yeah, October 27th.
I mean, I know they're working on other games,
Skull
but I
and
don't know.
Bones
Oh,
is
Far
next
Cry.
year.
Aren't they
Yeah.
doing Far Cry?
Yep, that's an Ubisoft title.
But that's not this year, is it?
I think it's early
Nope,
next year.
yeah, it's next year. October 27th for Assassin's Creed, and February 27th of next year for Far Cry.
So we've got a couple
birthday
coming like
present.
right up.
Yeah. But if they want For Honor to survive, they have to give it attention. It's a dying game.
Well, and I
Yeah,
think,
but-
but you don't compete with yourself with Assassin's Creed. I mean, that's what I'm looking at too. Because like, if the pirate game thing that was coming out,
Yeah, definitely don't. do
you're
that.
competing against yourself because it's people are going to play one or the other. Versus Assassin's Creed, people are going to pick up and play through the campaign, and because I don't think there's not multiplayer anymore on Assassin's Creed. So,
Smart.
I don't know. They tried really hard for a long time.
well,
Yeah.
but they didn't have it on the
I mean,
last one, right?
okay, the one with
I really don't
the,
remember.
the brother and the sister, that could have been an awesome one to hey, you get a friend and you two can go through a campaign together multiplayer.
Yeah, instead of choosing.
Yeah, that would
I
have been
can't help but
legit.
wonder if they were gonna do that, and then got the whole backlash about the fact that people didn't like the forced multiplayer in Unity, and they're like, okay, just kidding,
Well,
just cut that out, and pick one or the other.
Well, it was forced, and you couldn't it was limited on what missions you can do of it. It was
Yeah.
a
It was like, we want
watered-down
you to play
version.
with your friends, but only in a certain way, in certain places, at certain times, with these certain things that you can do. But definitely get all of your friends, because you need them if you want to 100% any of this stuff.
Or just get a giant axe and beat the shit out of everything.
Here's your
That's
chest.
stealthy.
Just stare at it because you don't have a
Yes,
friend.
here's this chest, or here's this constantly bothersome dude that's gonna show up if you were online and say, hey, you want to come over here and do this? No, motherfucker, stop stalking me. I will assassinate you next.
I got some multiplayer for you. No!
Yeah. Got your multiplayer right here. Please, you're creeping me out.
Too funny. Dying Light's 2.5 years old and is still getting DLC because it's
Which is
still
cool.
being played. That's pretty awesome.
A full year. There are 10 DLCs coming out for the next year, and it's all free.
That's unreal.
All
Like, I
free.
mean,
It's
I
made
just-
chicken, it's made chicken want to buy it on PC.
I'm gonna
'cause
buy
we
it on
have it on
PC.
consoles. And he's like, I want to buy it on PC and get all the free DLC.
Like,
Can't blame me there.
Like,
companies
okay.
like this is the kind of company that you can invest in. Like, these fucking people, they
Well, and
take my money.
Techland's currently working on an unnamed title, And I'm going to put money on the fact that it is Dying Light 2.
Throw money at
Because
them.
if it still has that much of a player base and they're working on something else, you know what it is. You know it's a sequel.
But I mean, and I think that they should work on a sequel. But if I'm looking at it from a business standpoint, if 2.5 years later I'm about to release a year's worth of DLC, so I've still got all these for free, and I still got all these people continuing to play my game, and I've got people that are still willing to buy the game because of all this. Do I want to put out a new IP and then a couple years later release this other one because this one's continuing to go? Like I think if they're going to release a new IP, it needs to be this year, but or like early 2018. But still, I mean, I think I would have if you still got that much of a fan base.
Huh? I don't think they're working on a new IP. Like I
just wouldn't want to kill what I already had going with this other one. You know
but
what
I think that they've got so much of a fan base behind them that doing another one is beneficial to them. I don't think it's oversaturating their player base.
A year ago, Powell Marchuka gave a rough within 3 years release time frame.
They're Polish. It's okay.
Sorry,
English.
Sorry, release time frame for a new game. So 3 years, 1 year ago. So 2 years from this year, which means they give us a year for their Dying Light game. Like a full
DLC.
Yep, keeps everybody invested, keeps them occupied. Couple more pieces of DLC, boom, new Dying Light 2. Comes out.
I mean, they could also easily do it to where like this DLC leads up to whatever's going to happen to the second one.
Yeah, I mean,
that'd be.
I really have no idea what their plan is for the second game. Like, what thread they would like to follow with that.
Man, their huge edition DLC that completely like changed. There was basically a whole nother game. Like the first one focused on parkour and city style, and the second one really
took
not
it outside
much
the city
parkour.
with cars and everything.
And was dune buggies, and you modified your car and things like that. Like that was the central thing. It's two similar systems, but two different ways of playing. I mean, they can do a new style of playing.
I want more of the city parkour, though, because that was a lot of fun. And I think that's really... That, and, like, one of the things that Chicken mentioned was reading Steam reviews and, like, everybody being in love with drop-kicking zombies. Just the fun ways that you can kill zombies in that game.
I love drop-kicking them off of roofs and whatnot. Watch them just fall down. Oh, I'm dead.
But I mean, I think that's kind of the whole element of if you're going to actually be in the zombie apocalypse style, you're going to kill one any fucking way you can kill one.
Yes.
Right? And it gave you as many options as it could.
Yeah.
You know,
My
it's
favorite
not
was
just
the
guns.
gas tank zombie, the one that has the hazmat suit on. You shoot their little tank thing. They
Yeah.
Because all the other ones are drawn to the noise, so they're all going to walk in, and then they're all going to die together, and it makes me happy.
Yes. Dying Light is fantastic. It has 4-player co-op, so, I mean, I think... Does the original one have 4-player co-op?
I think it's 2-player. Baka and I played. I think it's only 2.
Yeah, it was only 2-player because me and Grif went through and played
Then the second expansion has 4-player co-op.
Which, by the way, that's on our YouTube, and it's hilarious.
Yes.
Baka's
Yes,
dick.
please watch that. Anyone that's burning their own teammate is hilarious in any way whatsoever. Especially
I know what you're talking about.
Baka's a dick.
I sacrifice you for the greater good.
Well, then you had the pit of zombies trying to get from point A to point B, which was oh my god.
Or the one that was like behind a locked door that we couldn't get in, and he was stuck, so he was just like at the glass staring at us. We're like, hey,
Knock on him. Hi.
We tried. We didn't know we were supposed to go for a long fucking time.
Apparently we went down the wrong tunnel, I think.
I don't remember what happened. I just remember us being utterly lost forever.
Are you sure this is where we're supposed to go? I don't know. This is where the dot said.
Yep, we were following the stupid marker on the map. Oh, I do remember that.
You do, because I haven't seen that one. I've heard you talk about it, but I've never seen that one. Did you put like a little thing at the bottom, seriously, straight up, 2 hours later, and then show you going out?
I think I had a skip. Where I was like,
yeah,
yes.
because we were down there for hours trying to figure out what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, finally I was like, fuck it, Baka, just hang on a second. I'm going to go fucking look it up on the internet. And I went and looked through like 3 walkthroughs to figure out where we were at versus where we were supposed to go. I don't even remember. Like, I was so frustrated, and now that it's almost a year later, I don't even remember how we figured out, like, how we solved it, like, what the hang-up was.
You know there's a video for it.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to go watch it and figure out why we got lost.
No, I remember. It was like we went through the wrong tunnel or door or something like that. We're supposed to go somewhere like kind of closer by, I believe, and we went down the wrong one.
Because the waypoints, sometimes waypoints fuck you over. You're like, in any game, not just Dying Light, like any game that gives you a waypoint on your map instead of like Bioshock's directional arrow, you go this way now. It's like, here's this ambiguous dot, but you're going to have to go underground, so this dot's going to move 3 times while you're trying to figure out, while you're underground, where you need to go and where do you need to come out at. Or it'll be on like all of the doors. You're like, these doors all go to different places. Which one? Why do you do this map? Why?
Why, map? Why?
Why can't it be like Skyrim, which is like, I'm just gonna go like in a straight path, climb up a mountain on a horse, and then...
Yeah, fucking just go up and over the mountain.
You can kind of do that in Mass Effect. They gave you basically the car from the first game, which climbs literally everything.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, that first car, I mean, mountains, psh, that's just plains for that car. You just go up. Now, that thing almost could go vertical.
This one can if you're using the boost and the 6-wheel drive.
6-wheel drive. Damn.
It is. It's got 6 wheels. You have to engage all of them
Holy
for it
shit.
to climb things. Let's not talk about the resources, okay?
Blizzard has announced that they are going to clamp down on bad behavior in
God.
Overwatch. The things, if you read it, it's abusive chat. I understand. Harassment. I understand that. In-game spam. Okay. Match inactivity, which is being intentionally AFK, and griefing. What is griefing?
We had a group once, and I was thinking about this when I read it, and I was like, man, I wish this would have been there. But we had a group that it was in quick play, and they're like, everybody play this champion, and haha, it'll be hilarious. And then they stood in the room the whole time, just about. Like, they would come out, they would run out, die, respawn, and just stand in the room for 5 minutes. When one of us spawned up, they would basically, because we were spawning in the same place they would run out with us, die again, and just come back. Like, they weren't actually trying to play the game. They were just being dicks.
Oh, fair enough.
Or things like where May would block the door so you can't leave.
Yeah, griefing is anything that you're trying to prevent other people from playing the
sabotaging
game.
your own team. That's what griefing is.
Yeah.
There you go.
So.
Like what I did with Red. I sabotaged our team.
That was not
That's
griefing,
not
though.
griefing,
That was
that's
accidental.
just, giving them a surprise.
And I think that Blizzard's gonna, basically it says validated or verified account or instances of this will be punished. So I think that they're gonna start taking a closer look when people are reporting. Because sometimes people report for stupid shit just because they're mad. Everybody report Mercy because she didn't heal me enough. Well,
It's
shut up,
'cause
you're Genji, and stop asking.
They have to show consistencies with people getting reported. Like, if one person
Yes.
gets reported 1 out of every 5 matches for, like, 2 weeks, they're going to look into him and be like, all right, there's something, this dude is doing something wrong.
Yeah, but if you get reported like once,
a week,
yeah,
they don't care. It's like riots. They look for consistency. If you're constantly being reported or people are mad at you and attention is being drawn to your account, they're going to take a look at you.
Here's the deal. Don't be a dick. There.
Yeah, I mean, they're
Problem
going to
solved.
ignore people like, I'm going to grieve him because I wanted to play this character, and oh my god, I know I can do so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So dumb.
Yeah, I know. Like, I had that whenever I picked Farah on a map and was going around playing. The dude's like, come on, give me Farah, give me Farah. No, I'm playing it. I'm doing just fine. Leave me the hell alone.
Yeah.
Everybody report him.
Oh.
Report you fucking being a dick. Don't give a shit. Report me.
You been a dick? Probably.
I'm a ginger. They're just gonna look at it as an everyday thing. Shut up.
Okay.
He has no soul. Don't question him.
That seems like most of the important news. We're well past an hour at this point, so
Yeah, we should go.
we should go ahead and wrap this up.
We do appreciate everybody that hangs out with us each and every week at Different Respawn. You can go onto our YouTube, go on there, and make sure that you watch the Dying Light videos that we just talked about, and the hilarity that comes along with Grif and Baka playing a game together, because somebody's going to die, and
Yeah,
it's
you can see
probably
that in the
going to be
Halo
their
one,
teammate
too.
killing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say me, Grip, and Chicken all go through Dying Light now.
We need to play the.
We're gonna
the-
get Halo 3 and then let all of us play that.
Actually,
and
we
we'll
need to
see
finish
how many
Halo.
people you blow up with sticky grenades then, Baka.
All of you fuckers.
No, you definitely won't catch me because your slow ass is gonna be way back there, and I'm gonna be close to the end of the map.
It's fine. I'll just find a rocket launcher or something.
Gotta make kills. Gotta make kills.
They aren't
Either that, or
heat-seeking.
maybe I'll get lucky and then the map will, like, because you get too far away, and it'll like automatically teleport me like right behind you, and I can just go. Boop.
You know what's sad about that is I know where most of the spawn points are, so when I'm coming up on one, I'm gonna drop a sticky and have you guys spawn in on it.
Oh, you're a dick! You're a dick!
That's funny as hell.
Yeah, you know I've played that game a shitload of times, so I know where most of the pops
Me and
point,
Griff
pop
still need
points
to
are.
finish up Halo 2 at some point, though.
We need to play Halo 2 at some point. We'll get to that soon.
All right, go ahead.
Also, make sure you go and check us out on Twitter at InfraResPC. You can check me out personally at MDB Oaktree. Check out Griff.
At Griff's Lineham.
Check out Chicken.
At Elite Chicken 313.
Check out Baka.
Back and Pickle.
Also, make sure you go to our website at infiniterespawn.com. Go on there, join the forum, hang out. For Infinite Respawn, I'm Oaktree.
I'm Griff.
I'm Chicken.
I'm back.
See ya.
Bye.
Please hang up and try again.